Big money, no whammies.
Is that what your fortune says?
It says little money, all whammies. Don't dwell on things you cannot change.
Don't.
Gave up on Jesse a long time ago. You don't have to tell me twice.
It says revel in the spotlight.
Oh. Thank you.
Those crumbs on my phone. Oh, I forgot to tell you the worst part. Not the worst part, but another thing that made me less excited to watch the movie is the earliest showtime me and Albert could find on this side of town was a Cine XL, so we had to pay an extra like $3 to watch this movie.
This is why you watch movies sooner.
I tried.
Well, I was sick,
I
so
tried.
Watch it while you're sick.
What?
Mask up.
I wasn't feeling up to it. I was not about the spread. I was just tired.
Imagine your rating if you actually watched it while you were sick.
Oh, man, I would feel bad. Feeling bad while watching the movie? No, thanks.
Yeah, it would have been like a 1.
No.
Sometimes, though, you just got to be fearless.
Yeah, that's true.
I see what you did there.
Because
We're watching the Batman today. Oh.
Okay.
Oh no, that's the Daredevil Man Without Fear.
Yeah, Man Without. You done there?
I didn't want to chew into the mic.
Oh, okay. This was my choice, I guess, for the kung fu stuff that we've been doing recently.
yeah,
I watched this movie quite a bit growing up.
oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, I actually really like it. I think at the time, the kids that lived in our neighborhood in like the opposite side of Jesse, the other cul-de-sac, were really into kung fu movies. So that's where I seen like Kung Fu Hustle for the first time. That's where I saw this movie for the first time. Like they just, I don't know, they were always talking about these kung fu movies, and when I would go over, they'd be watching them. So
Yeah.
Yeah. First time watching it for you,
Yep.
and
I don't know. I feel like I've seen
parts.
spoilers, I guess. The blind lady in this, but I feel like it's also a stereotypical
Love interest.
love interest, right? Yeah, sort of. I don't know if I've seen her, like her, the actress, in something in a similar role, or if I've seen this movie, I don't know. But I feel like I've seen this movie partially, or I have seen it partially because I remember saying that I found it boring because I had fallen asleep, but I was also very young when I watched this. So yeah, I've seen this partially, but I don't think I made it to that end where he gets to the village. I don't think so.
Got you.
So I pretty
Always
sure
made it about like halfway.
Well, I've only watched it once before this,
Oh,
and it was
halfway.
somewhere I lost.
Yeah. I've only seen clips, mainly the fights, in, I guess, spoilers in the beginning of the movie. Not really spoilers, because,
This movie's been out for a while now.
Yeah. But also, yeah, the fights, I did not expect the plot line to go this route, so it was interesting. Or the storytelling to go this way.
Were you excited to watch this movie?
Yes.
I was sort of excited.
Yeah, it's been on my radar for a long time.
Nice. Whenever I kept trying to do the outline or like look this movie up, there's just so many things about the title of Fearless that
There's a movie about strawberries.
Taylor Swift song. So if you just type in Fearless, that's the first thing that comes up because that's probably the most popular.
Thing right now, yeah.
There's a movie called Fearless in the 90s or something.
Yeah, with strawberries.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that part.
Yeah.
This movie, however, was directed by Ronnie Yu. The tagline is, mastering others is strength. Mastering yourself makes you fearless. And it was a quote by Lao Su. Something
Okay.
cool tagline.
I like it.
It's a long one, but it's cool.
Budget. There was several budgets that I found. I couldn't tell if it was because of, like I said, the mixture of different things named Fearless. But
Yep.
on the Wikipedia page, it estimated it at $18 million for this movie.
Hmm.
Released September 22nd, 2006, a runtime of 1 hour and 44 minutes. It's rated PG-13. Box office worldwide of $68 million. I don't think it was in theaters like that long, or at least I don't even remember it being in theaters in the U.S.
I don't think it would have been. I don't know.
I don't think it was. It's we watched it on Vudu. Oh, well, it's on Vudu or where
DVD.
I watched it on DVD.
I watched on DVD as well,
Yeah,
and I let him borrow my.
but
DVD.
it's on streaming services if you pay for it. So yeah, let's go ahead and get into our sell at sip. Unless you have something to add.
Filmed in an almost 1:2 ratio, 2:1 ratio, so square, right? Did you watch it square or was it rectangular for you?
It fit my full screen, so I don't know.
I watched it in a square format.
It fit my full screen, but
I don't know. I don't know.
What did I watch it? Why did? Okay, never mind.
I don't know either.
Or I guess rectangular, but very more square than of widescreen, right?
It's not 4:3.
No.
It's even more square than that.
Yeah.
One.
I watched
to
it like
ratio?
2:1. Yeah.
Isn't that more?
Sorry, that's more rectangular.
That's
but
more rectangular.
But it's not 1:1, but it was
you
less
guys are gonna have
widescreen.
to figure that out yourselves. Cause
Okay,
I don't know.
that's weird.
Yeah, it is kind of weird.
Okay.
The trivia I saw was Michelle Yeoh was supposed to be in this movie, but her part got cut.
That's what I read.
Yeah.
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 What a shame.
In a director's cut or just a cutout scene.
So let's sip 6-word summary of the movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I got becoming fearless to create a legacy, and I liked this movie a lot. It was really good.
Nice. I have enjoy the process, don't rush results.
Nice. I have wushu my younger self for sleeping because my younger self was wrong for falling asleep during this movie.
Oh. Well, probably only during the parts that there were no wushu, baby.
Maybe.
I feel like this movie does a good job of having a lot of action, especially at the very beginning, and then it does get a little slow,
Yeah.
purposefully, and
Yeah.
then it picks back up at the
Picks
end.
up at the end. Yeah. Yeah. There's a trivia I was looking for. I don't remember the exact number, but this is either the 6th or 7th highest grossing foreign movie in the U.S. or something like that. I'll have to find the actual statistic, but
That's pretty good.
it's a pretty big deal.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'll look for the site. There's a lot of trivia on it, but continue.
With our ratings,
Oh yeah.
out of 10 forms of wushu, what would you rate this?
Probably a 9. Maybe an 8. I give it a 9 for now.
Love that for you. For me, I love this movie, so I put it at 10.
10.
Yeah.
Not 11.
No, I don't think it's like legendary to me. I just really like it.
Okay. What did I give Crouching Tiger? Like a 9? I think it was a 9. It wasn't a 10.
Oh, I thought you gave it a 10. You gave it a 10.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I feel like there's some weird jankiness with this movie in some parts. I like the action better than the other one, but this is really good action still. I'm going to give this a solid 8. I really like this a lot.
I think it's just like there are different styles. And like the last time when we were talking about Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon, you guys were talking more about that like fantastical
Yep.
type of martial arts and movies and storytelling, and then this one is, to me, just the clear opposite, where it's more grounded.
Yep.
Not exactly based on a real story, but based on a real story as well.
Right.
There are some like stunts that are done that are pretty outlandish, but for the most part, it's all just ground.
Yeah.
So.
Pretty grounded.
Yeah. Drink.
Unfortunately, I did not get Chinese rice wine, but I got Japanese rice wine, also known as sake.
Nice.
Sock it to me, baby.
I didn't get a ton because I'm pretty sure we're not ever going to finish this.
And we got to drive home after this.
Yeah, so just a little sip.
Sorry, I'm looking for this.
If you want more, let me know.
This is probably good enough.
Yep, and you don't have to finish it.
Oh no, he drank it all already.
It smells very strong.
Yeah, it's 15%, so pretty strong.
How much?
15%.
Oh, 15. I thought I heard 50.
No, it's 1.5, not 5.0.
I hate this.
Have you guys had sake before?
Why did you drink? Oh, he doesn't have to drink. He doesn't have to drive. I've had sake before. Yeah.
I don't like alcohol, so
I'm okay with rice wine, at least taste wise.
Oh. Yeah, that was not good.
very alcohol flavor to it.
Yeah, but I mean, for me, there's a taste to it.
I think it's better
there's a
than
taste to it.
I think it's better than most like just like beer and stuff, but
Yeah,
it's a 1 for me.
Yeah, it's a 1.
it's like a 2. It's not like an expensive sake, so it's not as like floral as it could be, or sweet.
All the sakes I've tried have been similar tasting.
Yeah,
They also haven't been expensive. They've been pretty cheap.
yeah. I mean, soju is nice and sweet, and there's lots of fruit flavors, so we could try that.
Sojus are good.
Soju's?
Yeah,
You've had them before? For where?
When we went to the
Korean barbecue or something.
when we went to
The arcade? No.
the trip
The trip, you're right.
where we played hide and seek. I don't think you went.
I didn't
We
go
went
that time, right?
We went up north.
That's
It
the only
was-
thing you remember is the hide and seek part. Is not anything else. But yeah, we
That was the start to dark times. So yeah.
small road trip to kind of northeastern Arizona, Payson.
It was me, Albert, the twins,
Yeah.
Christina,
Yeah.
Andy, and her girlfriend. I forget her name.
Holly.
Holly
How can you forget
and Brianna.
Joseph Joestar's daughter's name?
So it was the 8 of us.
I think so.
I think that was the only ones,
Yeah.
and we were up there for a weekend.
Yeah.
We just rented out an Airbnb and played hide and seek.
That's like,
I feel
yeah.
like there was way more.
There
than
was way
that.
more, yeah. But that was the fun part. Was like the hide and seek.
Video games,
Yeah, we played some video games.
board games, and
Yeah.
I think at the time, we were all still in our 20s. 29.
Thanks.
And it was just, I don't know, like that trip was fun, and it was
Yeah.
something that we thought we would do again, but then things fell off a cliff after that. So
And people moved away.
Oh yeah, that happened.
I guess people moved away.
That's not the main reason.
That wasn't the main reason. Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah.
at least part of that's restored.
Yeah. Last Airbnb that I rented was for Flagstaff. I think it's the only Airbnb I did. And there was a weird door that led to like a staircase that went underground. I'm like, Hopefully, there's like
No.
this is the
demons.
only last time I do this. I don't know. It's weird.
Yeah, it's an interesting Airbnb.
I don't
Yeah.
know, but it did make me want to do like stuff like that again.
Yeah,
We just never.
just different group.
Yeah, we just lost the group.
I mean, we can do it with a different group.
We gotta do it soonish before.
Yeah, we need to.
Yeah,
We
we can
need
do
to
it
a trip soon or something.
in March, maybe.
March. That's pretty soon.
That's next month.
That's like a week
Yeah.
away.
I was thinking like maybe May. That might
Probably
be too
April.
far.
Probably April.
It depends on what activities we'll be doing because we'll have a
No, yeah, it will be something simple.
yeah.
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 Anyway, we rated this movie.
Yeah.
So we rated our drink
Yeah, we did.
pretty poorly.
I mean, yeah, it's alcohol, and we're not all big drinkers anyway, so.
Let's get right into the movie. I'm gonna go over the characters first, though. So
Okay,
we're
good
not
call.
getting right into the movie. Jet Li plays Huo Yuanjia. Lee Sun plays Moon, and then Yang Dong plays Nong Jin Sun. I didn't feel like adding all of those characters because
Yeah.
I felt like they're pretty unnecessary.
Yeah.
'Kay.
Okay.
Let's go. Did you find what you were looking for?
No, I was looking and it's some like obscure website that I can't find apparently.
Never happened.
Apparently.
Okay, let's go ahead and talk about the movie then. Likes, dislikes, everything in between. Go.
I think my favorite parts are just. I like the whole movie. Like you were saying, it's the start was like I did not expect that movie to start at the tournament. Not really tournament, the 4-on-1 fight
Yeah.
or consecutive 4 fights, and
Yeah.
that was I just didn't expect us to go from kind of his return to the martial arts world after the chunk of the movie. That was different way to tell a story, so I like that a lot.
Mm-hmm. Do you have a favorite fight scene that you enjoy more than?
Probably
What do you think, Jesse?
yeah, probably him and probably the last fight.
Japanese guy.
Yeah, it just what it meant, like the choreography, the weapons they used. It was interesting. I liked it. I didn't expect him to be proficient in so many weapons.
Yeah. This is based off a real character, right?
He's a real person.
Yeah, he's a real
Correct.
person. Yeah. And this is the master
that gets
of
poisoned.
Poison and Fist of Fury.
Yeah.
And this is their take on his poisoning
Yeah.
in this tournament.
Yeah. So in
Yeah.
real life, there's been speculation of whether he died from poisoning or if he just died from other like illnesses that he had.
Yeah.
But I guess when they dug up his corpse, because they had to dig up his corpse to move him and his wife, they
Yeah.
found black spots on his pelvic bones, so that's why they speculate he was poisoned.
Yeah, it's supposed to be like arsenic or something like
Yeah,
that,
yeah.
supposedly. I seen that trivia somewhere.
It was in the IMDb.
Is it IMDb?
Yes.
Well, there was a website.
Did you notice?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
There was a
You noticed?
website. Have I noticed what?
What I said?
IMDb?
Yeah, John
No,
said
you
IMBD.
Yeah, I said IMPT.
Oh, I thought.
That's what John says when he's
Oh.
not thinking about exactly how to say it.
Yeah. Anyway, that's been a long time since I've done that.
Yeah.
I didn't even catch it.
Yeah, it was in the IMDb.
Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah, I seen another website that had good facts, but I can't find it.
But yeah, this is their take on his
Master's
character.
death. Yeah.
Yeah. Wait, what do you mean? He is the master.
Yeah, that's what I meant.
Yeah. So everything else leading up to that is not
Dramatized. Yeah. Dramatized or
yeah.
whatever the word is.
Well, yeah, sure.
It's not true. One of the grandsons of the master portrayed in this tried suing the movie, I believe. I don't know the name of the person, but it ended up being like dismissed because it was a dramatization of events, not like
Actual slander.
Yeah. So yeah, there was nothing wrong, harm done to the family or the name. So
As far as the court deemed, right?
yes, that's it's
Regardless of how the family feels.
for sure.
Yeah.
That was part of the trivia, but yeah, the Michelle Yeoh quote, or not quote, but trivia was in there. There was
Mm-hmm.
more interesting facts, and I wish I could find it, but
Mm.
it's apparently lost forever. So
Next episode. When you
next
find
episode, next time, baby.
it. Yeah, because obviously, like you said, he had grandkids, and
Yeah,
all his kids were his only kid was
in the
killed.
movie was killed,
Yeah.
right? But he had more kids.
His father wasn't like. His father had brothers and stuff. Like he was, I think it said that he's the third oldest or something.
Yeah,
So
a lot of liberties taken, but if you want to tell interesting stories, sometimes you don't add all the details and you make it more streamlined. I don't know. You take liberties with it.
which I think doesn't do
It doesn't bad.
yeah.
How like I mean, obviously the person in real life being a martial arts master is someone already spectacular, already awesome. But how is it that you get Jet Li to portray you on screen? Like that's a pretty big deal, even though he was already a big deal. But
Yeah.
I'm not trying to bring anyone down. They're both pretty big
Big
deals. Yeah, that's what I'm trying to say. He knows what I'm talking about.
Got you. Lock pickies.
Yeah. Kung Fu Wushy finger hold.
Okay. The worst kung fu movie ever watched.
Kung Fu Panda's the worst
Nah,
one.
just kidding. Did you say favorite fight scene?
I have not got to that yet. My favorite fight scene, I'm gonna pick one that's not in the tournament just to be rebellious or whatever. I like the big wrestler bodybuilder when he first comes back from the village to earn money.
Yeah.
I thought that was a fun fight too, where he's changed his ways. He's not like super cocky anymore. He's more humbled, but he's still having fun in that fight. And at the end, he earns the respect of the giant after almost impaling him. So he realizes, like, I could have died from the hooks on
the nails coming out.
The nails coming out. Like, it could have died. Same with the Japanese martial arts master, where
Right.
he realizes, like, he was the winner, even though he didn't kill him.
Yep.
Same with the dad, but the dad was a different story when you see your kid in the audience and you're like trying to set an example for your kid, but also trying to not kick his ass because he's supposed to be studying at the same time. But
Yep.
that's a good lesson to learn throughout the movie, that you don't have to hurt anyone or kill anyone. Just knowing the fact that that last blow would have defeated that person is good enough for both people sometimes. Yeah.
That is also based on the fight with the big wrestler guy.
Yeah.
It's also based on a true event.
True event.
There's just no solid evidence if it actually happened.
Yeah.
Like some people say that the wrestler left before Huo Yuanjia even got there. So yeah, pretty interesting. For me, favorite fight scene, just without impact, and so we have different.
Yeah.
Was the fight with the master and the
Oh,
restaurant?
yeah.
I think that one is just more like brutal and
Yeah.
how a real fight would probably end up going between two martial arts masters, where they're just kind of at a stalemate and just grabbing stuff and
Yeah.
trying to get whatever advantage they can.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was definitely, I think, the most brutal fight.
Yeah. Definitely.
The climax of the movie.
Yeah.
So
That was a good fight.
Good fights. Good fights.
good fights. I mean, do you think there's any fights in this movie that?
Are not good.
Yeah.
No.
I do like the fight you talked about, but I think also it takes some weird. At least when I watched it, there was some weird pauses in it, but it is also because he's possibly drunk and disoriented, maybe that his time lapses or something. I don't know. Maybe my DVD was skipping or something. I don't know. But there was like some weird like pauses, and it would like you would like fast forward in time like a second or two. No, really? Okay, so maybe it was something.
You want
wrong
to
with-
explain that real quick, because Albert's probably a little lost too about
Yeah.
like what happened with your viewing compared to ours.
Yeah. So I back up my DVDs so I can watch them.
Yeah.
So I was watching a backup of my DVD that I lent to Albert. So maybe in the process of backing it up,
Maybe it
it
skips some
skips
stuff.
frames or something, because I felt like
Maybe.
that scene, and it was just that scene. I thought it was to prove a point that he was disoriented or he was drunk.
No.
So maybe it was just the backing up process.
Maybe.
Maybe I was like, this is a weird decision to like cut out certain frames and make time disoriented. Maybe that was the point. I just didn't care for it. So I'll have to get back my DVD from him and watch it again. Maybe.
Maybe.
All right.
Maybe. But yeah, that's what I was trying to say. That was the weirdest fight. But maybe it was just the way I viewed it.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Did you think there was a bad fight?
I don't think so.
No.
No, everything was well choreographed. It was good storytelling throughout the fight. All the fights. It was really good.
Yeah. Now I want to watch Fist of Legend by. It has Donnie Yen in it. Wait, no. There's I think Fist of Legend is Jet Li, and it's the story of Fist of Fury. And then Donnie Yen also has a version of it called
Chinese? Yeah, Chinzin.
Chen Zin. So it's
Yeah.
Bruce Lee's character, but
Hmm.
Jet Li and Donnie Yen have a crack at it too.
Oh, interesting.
And the fights in Fist of Legend with Jet Li are pretty good too.
Okay.
Yeah. I think Bruce Lee will be proud to see how martial arts movies have evolved since the 70s.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because the Donnie Yen one was
Mask of, what was it called?
I just saw it, but he also is like coming back from the war, right?
It's been so long since I've seen that movie, but yeah.
It
Pretty
says
sure.
this one is Legend of the Fist: The Return of Chinzin,
Chen Zin, yeah.
who is a fictional character,
Yeah,
which is
but
so
they
funny. They just continue with the name, even
Yeah.
though like he's not a real person.
Yeah.
That's why it's a legend.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I this movie makes me want to watch more,
Kung Fu?
not kung fu necessarily, but like more Jet Li movies. I feel like just during the time of him, he's not dead or anything.
No.
Like I just preferred watching like Jackie Chan, Bruce Lee, movies.
He's been overlooked
yeah.
by us.
And the one that I remember of Jet Li besides this movie is The One.
The One?
And that one's not the greatest movie in the world. Like it's just him against him basically.
Yeah.
And there's only so much you can do in that type of
He fights himself?
Yes.
The whole premise of the movie is Multiverse of Madness stuff.
Really? I didn't
Yeah,
know. I
yeah.
mean, I
It
don't know
was
anything.
the first
Early
multiverse,
2000.
Yeah,
I don't know if it was the first one.
But he finds
Um,
himself.
mostly, yeah.
Okay.
I feel like
he fights an evil version of himself.
yeah, I feel like during that time, the early 2000s, they were just cranking out martial arts movies by Jackie Chan and Jet Li and other martial artists that
Oh.
weren't the greatest. Because I think they might have been co-productions with like American studios, or they were American studios only, but they just
Yeah.
were like, let's capitalize on the name and not necessarily put out good product. So not everything that you see from Jackie Chan or Jet Li or some other martial artists are like fantastic.
And then obviously I saw him in that one
Fist of Legend?
Forbidden Kingdom
Oh, Jackie Chan
and Jet Li.
and Jet Li. Yeah.
Yeah,
That's I knew you were saying Jet Li with Jackie
yeah,
Chan.
yeah.
Yeah.
And that one not that great either.
I remember seeing the trailers for it and I was like, oh, this is gonna be good.
I think I've seen Hero, but at the time that Hero came out, I just my memory is not good. The character looks familiar.
Yeah.
So yeah, this made me want to watch more
Jet Li.
Jet Li.
What?
He's also in The Mummy, if that counts. But
In The Mummy
Yeah, it counts. I need to watch The Mummy.
with
Yeah.
Brendan Fraser?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Expendables, if that counts.
I've seen that.
But I don't count those as like Jet Li movies.
Oh, no.
because
Yeah, he's
they're not the.
supporting.
I mean, what Jet Li movie would you want to watch next based on what you're looking at?
Let's see. I've seen this one. Romeo Must Die. Anyway. Once Upon a Time in China. Have you seen that one?
No. Have you seen Jet Li movies?
Not a lot.
No.
Not that I could name.
Yeah.
Probably anything before he became an American action movie star.
Yeah.
It's just interesting. We don't have too much to say about the movie because it's all good.
We'll talk about it more, but I wanted to hear what his movie he wanted to see next was, but
Oh, a movie I want to see next?
yeah, that's what I was asking.
I thought you just meant like
well, but like
I just
Jet,
would
Jet
like
Li.
to watch more Jet Li movies.
Oh, okay, I was asking him in particular which Jet Li movie were you looking at? What are you most excited for when it comes to Jet Li movies?
Mulan,
Oh yeah,
the live action one.
Nice. Yeah.
Maybe Fist of Legend would be a good
Yeah, that's the only right answer.
one. I mean, I said one earlier, and you just did not acknowledge it. So then you're just like, I'm waiting for him. I said Once Upon a Time in China, and he's just like,
Yeah, and
which movie would
Keep
you
going,
want to see?
keep going.
how about the one I want?
Let me ask it one more time.
All right, you got your answer. So now we can move on.
Nice.
Is there anything that you didn't like about this movie? Why didn't you guys give it 10s?
At the time, the CGI was probably revolutionary, and it's not bad, but it just stands out. The green screen that they have on here, it's just kind of an
It's not
interesting
great.
choice. I like some of the use of it when they zoom out, and it's a big extension of the scene, and it's a basic. It looks like a matte painting or something. It looks artistic. I like that. But then they start doing green screens of close-ups and the outer edges are cut out, and it's early 2000s, so that's a new-ish technology.
Not really.
Yeah.
It's not. Other movies is not at that time is not that bad.
But also, we're comparing it to American movies compared to Chinese movies.
They don't have any less technology really at the time.
I don't know if the technology is less or they adopt it slower, maybe
Maybe.
because I feel like Shin Godzilla versus another like American studio CGI, it wasn't up to par to like what we're used to. I felt like even the 1998 movie, the Ugly Godzilla,
Yeah.
the animation was better, but the rendering wasn't good. But the motion was there compared to
Yeah.
Shin Godzilla, which was like more like almost man in suit, which is the purpose of it, but it still didn't look great.
But overall, yeah, I think we're on the same page.
Yeah.
At least for this movie itself, is
It's kind of
the
missing.
close-up
Yeah,
compositing was not good.
not great. Yeah,
Like noticeably, there's, a haze around
yeah,
your characters.
yeah. It's pretty goofy looking in
Yeah.
some parts. Another good fight. I know we're talking about. We moved down from the good fights, but when he goes up the wooden post, up to the top of
The platform.
platform, I think that was a good fight too.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
then he starts accruing, I guess, students or friends or whatever.
They're supposed to be students.
Supposed to be, but they're freeloaders.
Kinda.
Basically.
Yeah. And then he ruins his friendship with the restaurant owner and
His friend, yeah.
his friend, his actual friend.
Yeah.
And then as unbelievable it was good. Or it was heartwarming to feel. What are you doing? It was heartwarming to see the friend accept him back as a friend, even after all that he went through.
Yeah.
Because he had either seen he had changed or he had the hope that his friend had changed. And I would say it paid off. Like
Yeah. I mean, I think they both recognized he self-exiled and
yeah.
left to, learn from his mistakes.
Yeah.
Well, he left,
Right.
and then he learned from his mistakes.
Right.
Yeah.
Takes him a little while. What was I gonna say about so the master that he fights on his birthday
Mm-hmm.
because a student was beat up by the master, he's not a bad guy.
Nope.
He's not. And I like that in this movie that they're not anyone's bad. Our main character is selfish, has a lot to learn, but it's not like he's the good guy and the other guy's the bad guy. It's
Right.
just they're two kung fu masters in the same town
With ego.
with ego. And that's
Yeah.
probably how in past and even now that's how
Yeah.
people act, especially people who have
Machismo and
what's the word? Reputation. Yeah.
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 I mean, and then like in the end, when the student does come clean,
Yeah.
we learn that he was basically in the wrong.
Yeah, he was. He didn't
uh,
take any other information in besides
my student was attacked.
he was attacked, and he just said, "Oh, this is the guy who attacked me." Like, he literally should have just
Explained.
asked him, or even if anything, not do it on his birthday. Like, literally not make a fool.
He also didn't have to kill him.
yeah,
Like just because he signed a death waiver doesn't mean it has to result in
yeah,
death.
yeah. So, I don't know why I compare this movie to Thor, but I feel like this is a Thor movie. Like, the story of this is Hold on.
Okay.
This is of a character being great at something,
Okay. I
Being-
get where you're going.
going through a humbling story and coming back and earning his title or a title.
I get where you're coming
mean,
from,
you
but
know what I'm saying?
It's a story akin to Thor.
Yeah,
Not that it's a Thor story.
Yeah. That's
But-
what I'm trying to say.
this came out before
Thor.
Thor.
Yeah, it did. Thor stole.
So Thor is a
Thor is a
fearless
fearless story. There we go.
Thor is actually just Huo Yuanjia, and you know.
Yeah,
But
I
in an
wish.
American setting.
Yeah.
Okay.
I wish. Yeah, I forgot that the order I watched it in is not the order that it came out.
Yeah, this is not coming out in 2020, 2025.
The CJ looks really bad for 2025.
What's up with that?
Yeah.
Weird way to put it, but yeah, that you get what I'm throwing down.
Was there a point to your whole Thor reference there? or-
That's just what it reminded me of.
It's a good
That's-
story.
It's a good story.
The story
yeah.
itself is good.
Yeah,
The Thor movies overall maybe not great, but
yeah. I watched this over Thor 1. but-
Yeah, for sure. I think this is just a better movie in general.
Yeah.
For me, I think I really just appreciate the after he kills the master and his family's murdered. He tries to enact revenge. He doesn't get that opportunity either, and then the student comes clean, and it's like he realizes that he just killed a man for no reason. There's consequences to his actions. It's like
Yep.
he was just being really selfish, and he ends up just taking off, walking, and he's luckily saved by a village. And just that point on is like where I start to like really enjoy the movie. Him at the beginning when he first starts helping out, like trying to plant the
the
rice
as fast as he can, and then
they gotta go redo his
redo it, and then he just starts to learn like just like basically slow his life down. He doesn't have to be the best he doesn't have to be the fastest to be the best, and just really started to appreciate like
what he had and what he had lost. Yeah. Did you go over the scene where the student of the master he killed kills his family, or did you mention that?
I mentioned it,
Okay,
but I
okay,
didn't talk too much about it.
Yeah. I just thought like does he say, I'm trying to remember.
It's his godson,
watched this
not the student.
No, it's his godson?
It's his
Okay.
godson, yeah.
We watched it both in English. So I'm trying to remember the English quote, but basically, like revenge, breeds more revenge.
Yeah.
And so him killing the master, the godson kills his family, and he goes to go kill. Wait, does he kill the godson?
The godson commits suicide.
He commits suicide, but he spares the mom and the daughter because he's basically doing what the person did to him. So he realizes like this isn't the way, and he
Yep.
Does he try to commit suicide in the river, or does he just end up in the river?
I think he just at that point he's walked so much he just ends
Exhausted.
up
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I didn't know
he's
if he.
probably looking for death,
Yeah.
but he ended up getting saved. So.
Yeah. Okay. But yeah, the second part where it gets in the village slows down, but I still think it's not bad. They're still making a point to tell a story, and
Yeah.
in addition to him learning to not be the fastest, but also to just appreciate things when the wind goes to the field and everyone stops, and he's just like not smelling the roses.
Right.
To say he's just like, now it's the time to start speeding up, and then
That's not the point. Yeah.
yeah, it's not the point. So it's a good. I don't know why this movie seems a little bit choppy. Like maybe it's just a difference of storytelling, like an American movie versus a Chinese movie, but it seems a little bit choppy, and I feel like that's where I'm missing those extra 2 points. Is it's kind of clunky a little bit, but overall positive experience with this movie. Yeah.
What about you? You gave it a 9.
I mean, I'm not sure where I'm feeling the -1 point out of a 10.
I knew it as soon as
Yeah.
you said it. Yeah.
Yeah. But like,
We're on the same page today.
yeah, I liked everything though.
Yeah.
I'm not sure where that point is missing, but
Maybe it was the English dub. I feel like that English dub was not great.
I mean, I can ignore that.
Yeah.
Since it's meant to be a Chinese film, so I can ignore the English dub because I'm used to bad dubs, and I'm not.
This wasn't terrible.
Yeah, it's not terrible, and I'm not criticizing the movie because of the bad dub.
I think it probably, at least in my opinion, it'd be better if I watched it in the original audio.
Yeah, it's probably Mandarin
Yeah.
or Cantonese, probably Mandarin. But if it was in Shanghai and Beijing, then Mandarin. Yeah. But I liked everything. Like I liked the slowness of the middle of the movie. Him choosing to be mute at first and then slowly acclimating to farm life and realizing aspects of life that he didn't know or
Yeah.
spiritually wasn't connected to. And I liked him bringing that into his martial arts after coming back.
Yeah. There was a scene with his daughter, and he's like having fun, and he's being fun, but he's not being he's not being a great dad, but he's having fun. And I don't know, it hit me differently, probably because I'm gonna be a father soon, and it's just, I don't know, just seeing that scene was exciting.
Like, it's a hint at that you could have fun, but you got to take your moments to teach as well.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
even though brief, he didn't seem like he was teaching his daughter a lot. He was having fun with his daughter.
Yeah. Yeah.
Or, just spending more time doing other meaningful things.
With his daughter. Yeah.
Because even that whole conversation was about him being the best. And...
Right. More about him.
Yeah.
Instead of people around him.
And then he just leaves her. Like, he doesn't come back at night. She's still up waiting for him.
Right.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
He's a bad person at the beginning.
Not a great father or husband, or maybe that's just also, I think it was also compensating because his father, how he was with his father, right?
Right.
A little bit. Not being so stern, so strict, not being that study.
Yep.
Did he want him to practice martial arts, or did he want him to study in addition to practicing martial arts?
No, at the time, only study.
Only studying, right?
Yeah.
Because they talked about him having asthma and having a frail body.
Yeah. Okay. Yep. So I think in this situation, it was flip flop. So it wasn't the disciplined, strict. It was kind of like just having fun, being their friend as opposed to being their parent.
Yeah,
which is so need a good blend of both.
Right.
Yeah. In the English dub, I couldn't find the Jet Li's voice actor, but I found it weird, and I don't know how you are familiar with Bruce Lee movies, but a lot of choices that seemed intentional to sound similar to some of Bruce Lee's characters or Bruce Lee himself. Maybe I'm just drawing lines where they're not there, but even some of the mannerisms, I feel like the smile that he does is similar to Bruce Lee's smile, and I don't know if that's on purpose, a nod, or it, because I feel like this should be based off of the actual character and not actor in movies. It's just really weird.
Smile.
Yeah, but there's a Bruce Lee smile. I don't know how to explain it better than.
This is Jet Li, so you know.
They're brothers. Not kidding. No, if I'm just saying, like, I feel like there's something with the English and that the English wasn't great. I feel like watching.
You're saying Jet Li imitated Bruce Lee's smile throughout the movie?
I feel like there is some similarity in that smile. It's a really distinct smile.
I feel if you watched more Chinese film, you just might see more Chinese actors have similar smiles because of just characteristics of Chinese faces.
Maybe.
It's not relegated to just Bruce Lee.
I feel like I've seen a decent amount of martial arts movies, maybe not just Chinese movies, but martial arts in particular.
Yeah.
And I'll have to find an example.
Okay.
It's pretty remarkable in my eyes how similar that is. And I didn't know if it was a nod or not.
But are you saying it's only because you've seen mostly martial arts movies and
maybe
you're just connected to Bruce Lee because you saw those first and those are from the 70s? Or is it because Chinese actors in general have similar smiles?
I don't know. I think I would have noticed other Chinese actors having a similar smile, but it's distinctly
Yeah.
a similar to
Okay.
Bruce Lee's smile, and some of the mannerisms, and even the English dub. I'll have to go back and listen to again because it's pretty. There's nods in there that I'm either making connections that aren't there or they intentionally put in there,
Hmm.
which wouldn't make any sense because this is not Bruce Lee. This is not a story about Bruce Lee. This is an actual person,
Yeah.
but you have to take some inspiration from somewhere. But
You don't have to.
you don't have to. But I feel like maybe they did, and that would be not disrespectful, but not honoring Hu Wen Chao,
W-
Hu
Huinja?
Hu Wenjia. I feel like you
Why?
because I mean I have no I don't know how the person acted, but I feel like probably not like Bruce Lee.
But also, it's Jet Li doing his acting,
Yeah,
so he
Yeah.
could make a nod to whoever he wants.
for sure,
Yeah.
sure. Yeah, I don't know. I think, like you said, I have to watch more.
Yeah.
Chinese
And maybe you're right
media.
that maybe Jet Li is just doing a nod to Bruce Lee.
Maybe I don't.
But there's nothing wrong with that.
I feel like it's weird though
I don't think so.
in a movie about not a Bruce Lee story.
I mean, but at the time, it's also a movie about a guy from 100 years ago.
Yeah. Yeah. It's. I have to give you more concrete information on specific stuff later whenever we watch it.
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't have to. I'm okay.
Okay. All right. Yeah, it was just something I noticed. The smile in particular. I'll find you a picture before we leave. After the podcast. Unless you don't want it.
Yeah, that's okay. It's a smile to me. I don't care if
Yeah.
it's a nod or not.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right. What else? Would you give this a 9 or a
I
10?
give it a 10.
10,
Okay. So
9,
it's pretty solid.
Yeah.
Yeah, for you. Like no complaints.
No, I don't think I have a lot of complaints at all.
I mean, I liked the beggar first egging him on throughout the movie, like lifting his ego,
Yeah.
and then also laughing when he was at his lowest. So that was like, I could see how Jet Li's character feels.
Not intentionally.
Yeah, not intentionally,
not
of course.
intentionally, right? Or when
No.
he, or you mean when he comes back?
No,
He's
like
saying-
He's just a dumb, he's
Right.
a dumb beggar.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
At first, the laughter and stuff is boosting his ego.
Right.
Yeah.
But then when you're at your lowest and you're still laughing,
It's almost
it's
mocking.
mocking.
Yeah.
But not
Yeah.
intentionally mocking.
no,
Yeah.
because he doesn't know that.
But you're not referring to when he comes back to the town?
No, it
As-
was when he kills
After he's sitting at the town circle thing.
Yep.
Yeah.
the platform
hmm
after he's killed the other master in the restaurant.
Yeah.
And he finds out that he died. Yeah.
Yeah, and the beggar is like lifting him up because now he's the
Now
actual
he's the
best
greatest,
because he's defeated
beat
the other.
everyone,
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
defeated the last guy.
Yeah.
The final boss.
Right.
Yeah. Doesn't his friend also say, "Are you happy now? The guy died, so now you are the greatest." Or he says something
Yeah.
similar.
Yeah,
to
pretty
that
much.
effect?
And
Yeah.
then that's what leads to him going there.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Think I forgot that part, but I wouldn't mind watching this movie again. So I'm okay with
Yeah,
that.
probably in Mandarin.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like this is a movie I need to buy on Blu-ray because I think DVD is worthy for some movies, but this movie deserves a Blu-ray edition.
Nice.
Yeah.
Good for you. That's great.
Yes, it is.
Hmm.
But not right now.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
What was I gonna ask?
Did you cry at all?
No. I
Not
don't
even
know.
at the
I've
end?
I've seen this movie so much at this point that I don't really see the need to get emotional over it anymore. Like maybe I did a while ago,
Yeah.
but no. You did?
Either when he leaves the village the first time, or when he comes back as like a ghost, and she can see him. Kind of goofy, but yeah.
Not actually as a ghost. But
Well, I mean, she can see his spirit.
yeah. Or it's like looking at you like you're crazy.
No, I wasn't.
Oh, okay.
No, I wasn't. I was taking it in. I wasn't judging
Yeah.
what he thought or
Oh,
was
I
saying.
was. No, I'm just
That's you. That's not me though.
I think, yeah, I don't know. The second half of this movie is just, to me, is what makes it the best
Right.
that I've seen in a while.
Yeah, it's a
Yeah.
story of at his lowest and
Redemption,
coming
yeah.
back.
Like him, if anything, like him going to the family of the master that he killed and asking to
pay respects.
to pay respects. So like, is probably like shows his most redeeming qualities.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
And ripping up his wall of
Death war or waivers.
death waivers.
Yeah. That was a moment too that I thought was good, because when you're younger and you're dumber, more naive, you feel like your parents are just being parents,
Yeah.
strict, hard,
Right.
and you realize that
Unfair.
sometimes they're teaching you what they know, but out of love.
Yeah.
And like, man,
And he's also talking to his dad throughout the movie too, and
yeah,
at the end realizing that he doesn't need. He's talking to his servant or right hand man at the end while ripping up the papers, saying that his mom and dad wouldn't have liked all the death waivers on the wall.
yeah. It's just something you realize that you're a young kid, you don't know anything, and your parents know more than you from experience, and so not everything they're trying to do to you is there to keep you from having fun or keep you. I'm trying to find a specific word, but they're there to help you.
Right.
Yeah, is to the best of their ability.
Right.
Yeah. It's a good message too. I feel like sometimes stories today is missing that respecting authority message, or not authority figures.
Right. But at the same time, he had to disrespect his authority figures to get the story across, to learn.
Yeah, you have to sometimes fall.
Yeah.
To learn that better, quicker,
Yeah.
as opposed to never being in a situation where you experience the sorrow, the loss. Like some of the most negative moments in your life are your best teachers.
Right. And oftentimes self-inflicted.
Yeah. Feel like, a lot of my not lowest, but most negative or feelings of loss are self-inflicted in my life, but I learned the most in that time.
Yeah.
And it's helped me to become a better person. I don't regret but I don't regret those moments.
Yeah.
I appreciate them for how they helped me become who I am today.
Right.
Yeah. It's a good movie to help you reflect on that. We don't have to go into those moments, but but they're there.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, I won't listen about your stuff anymore.
Me neither.
Okay.
Pinky promise. Give me Pinky. Subscribe to us on.
I just gotta do this holding on to your pinky now. Jackson plugs. Subscribe to us on Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, YouTube. Like, share, comment. Comment your favorite kung fu movie.
Favorite Jet Li movie.
Something we should watch.
Just tell me Fist of Legend.
If it's not Fist of Legend, then it's the wrong
Then you're
answer.
wrong. No, I'm kidding.
We're deleting your comment. This has been the Legendary Sip Podcast. And join us next time for
Fist of Legend.
Captain America, Brave New World.
That's right.
Dang, I'm not looking to record that one.
Will this be the inverse we've been looking for?
The what?
The inverse?
The inverse?
Yeah, wait.
Is there a joke there?
Because we
Oh, I got it.
bye.
Bye.
I'm in the joke. I'm in on the joke and I still didn't get it.
You got it though, right?
Nope.
Oh,
I'm gonna cut that out.